Hi everyone, and no, this isn't the latest episode of MTV PGA Cribs. I'm doing this from home because today is Wednesday and my newsletter has to be uploaded and handed in on a Wednesday, and today I have selected as my day off for the week because the weather forecast sounded poor, which was absolutely spot on, as you can hear from the rain hitting on the roof now, and the tee sheet did have a few spaces on it, so I thought today was going to be the best day of the week to take off. Of course, the rain is fantastic for the golf course and my freshly seeded grass, so all looking good there. Neil's going to have a few words later on about the work he's doing on the golf course. I know he's been glad of the rain. He talks about the hole lifters, which hopefully should arrive now by the end of the week. He has been let down a little bit by the suppliers, but they have promised him something this week. I know there's a massive queue of clubs looking to get those in because in reality it is the safest way to play golf a little bit more properly, I suppose you'd say, with the cups back in the ground and using the lifters to get the ball out of the hole safely with no danger of touching the edge of the hole like some of the other methods that clubs are using. So once those go in, we can think about starting competitions. You would have got an email last week talking about the ways of paying for that and how the cards will be marked and what have you. So if you have sent money in already, then those credits have been put on your competition account to be debited every time you play in an event. For those that haven't done that yet, you can send money to me either by Bax or coming into the shop next week and paying contactless. That way then we'll put those credits onto a competition account for you, and every time you then play, that'll be debited from your account. Prize winnings will be credited to your shop account, which will be a separate one, but we won't have to touch any of the cards. You'll go out and play, let us know you're playing in a competition. Cards can then be, you take a photo of the card, send it in to me via either WhatsApp or by email, and then myself and Rob will go through those scores, do any handicap reductions that need to be done, create a winning list, and as I say, credit prize winnings. So if you'd like to do that, then just ask me for more information, and there will be more emails going out, obviously, once those cups have arrived. Also, work on the veranda continued this week. I won't mention all the names that we should be thanking for all the hard work they're putting in, because I'm bound to miss somebody out. I think most of us know who the main people are, so thank you to all of them. You're doing a fantastic job. There was a lights switch on this week on Tuesday night, just to show that they all work, which they did, fortunately. All the glass is now in place, bar I think a couple of panels, one of which is certainly going to be engraved, maybe more than one, but that's still to arrive. All the flooring has been done, as you can see here, and the rendering was done this week. So it's looking a lot close to completion. Obviously, Boris has spoken tonight and just confirmed that retail shops, non-essential retail shops, can open from Monday, which we will be doing. In terms of hospitality, that's still looking probably early July. So hopefully, again, that does all go according to plan and we can get back and actually use that veranda and possibly the clubhouse from that sort of period of time. As I mentioned there, the shop will be open from Monday. It's not going to change too much, to be honest. I'm going to allow 2 people in the shop at any one time, so I'd ask you to just try and stick to that. So I will keep a table, I think, outside. So I've enjoyed being outside and seeing everyone as they come in. I don't want to disappear inside the shop all the time and just wait for people to come in. I will be out and about speaking to people, but if you do need to come in to try a pair of shoes, to look at clothing, to look at clubs or anything like that, you are now allowed to come into the shop. Everything will be wiped down and cleaned after it's been touched, i.e. clubs, shoes, items of clothing. And obviously we will ask everybody to keep their 2 metre social distancing. You can't include me in your bubble, so we can get closer than 2 metres. Keep that for a member of your family. But that's good news. Again, a little easing. I don't know, for still a few of our members even maybe who are living on their own, who haven't been able to see family and friends. that little news tonight might allow them to start to have a member of the family in the house again, which is all good news. So what I'm going to do now is hand you quickly over to Neil for his weekly report, and he can let you know what's going on as far as the golf course is concerned.
Good afternoon from a relatively gloomy afternoon at Rookery Park. Just a quick catch up this week. Beginning of the week on Monday, we ran the 6mm solid tines down as far as we could. I think it was about 3 to 4 inches. This just to give the surfaces some much needed air and help with any moisture that we get from now on. We followed that up with a cut and a roll. We then followed up on Tuesday with another cut and roll, and this morning a cut and roll. And the greens this afternoon, we're rolling at just over 9. Quite happy with the way they're looking. They're looking quite nice and tight. Still seeding a little bit. You can still see the patches of seed on the ground. Ball's rolling relatively smoothly. Tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to double pass with the verti-cutting machines, and then a double cut behind, and then a roll. I'm just quite curious to see whether we can keep them at 4mm and get the performance we had last year. Yeah, with a bit of luck, the end of this week we'll have some cup lifters, and we'll be putting the cups back in the ground. But yeah, the jury is out on when they're going to turn up, because everybody seems to have the same idea and there's a bit of a backlog. So yeah, everything's not too bad. Everything's keeping shape and keep ticking along. Keep enjoying your golf. Stay safe. Speak to you soon.
Thank you, Neil. Another very informative video there from him. So just to summarise on this week's news, shop reopens on Monday. 2 people allowed in at any one time, although I will be out and about outside the shop, and probably the only time you'll need to come in is if you want to browse for shoes, clothing, clubs, etc. If you want me to serve you, bring your drinks outside, I'm more than happy to continue to do that. So I should probably put a table outside still for those that are a little bit maybe still possibly uncomfortable about coming in, although it should be perfectly safe. We've got a sneeze screen going up in front of the till as well. So trying to do everything to keep everybody as safe as possible. So thank you for watching this week. Look forward to the cups arriving hopefully by the weekend, and next week talking about competitions again. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. Thanks all. Have a great week. See you soon.